Okay, so I want to talk to you all about healthy habits and what that means to me. So fair enough, you might be thinking, Becca, this is the kind of video you make for the new year, right? You can start your new healthy habits anytime. I think I have about 10 points I want to share with you guys. We're just gonna have a little happy wellness chat. It's not to overwhelm you guys. These are just some things that I've noticed by changing up sort of daily habits. It's led to me seeing kind of just general changes to my mood, feeling happier, feeling healthier. And these can be really tiny, easy changes. I think I've heard a saying that's like, if you just become 1% better each day, that's enough. Starting with, and I'm sure none of you are surprised because I love making videos on my morning routine. But this goes so much further than getting up at 6 a.m. or 5:30. Having a morning routine, having an evening routine, I always feel best if I have been going to bed and getting up at a similar sort of time every single day. I know for me, routine is so important. Your body is way more likely to perform at its optimum during the day if it's had enough rest. I know for me, I do need 7 to 8 hours to be fully recharged. Some people can function on 5 hours, and I don't know how you do it if you're one of those people. Something else I want to touch on with this point, I know for me, I'm a morning person. So for me to have the best morning routine, I prefer to get up at about 6 a.m., 7 a.m. That's how I get the best start to the day. But that does not mean that that suits everybody. I saw a really good video that I'll make sure to link below by Elizabeth Phillips, basically discussing how some of us are just not meant to get up early and some of us are not meant to stay up late. But I feel like there's such a stigma around people who get up later. You can still have a really productive morning and get up at 9 a.m. So the key thing for this point is that you just start your day the best way that you can. So if I get up and I start work straight away, I'm not gonna feel good. The same applies if I just instantly go on my phone and I'm scrolling through Instagram, I'm going through YouTube, or I'm checking my emails. Like that, I know for me is the worst way I can start the day, but it's something I do all the time, even though I know it's not good for me. So start implementing a few steps in the morning that you can do for yourself, whether that is working out, making a really nice breakfast, going for a walk, taking time on your skincare, doing the things that help you wake up and feel refreshed before you dive into whatever that day is going to bring. And if you're someone who wants to get up earlier or needs to get up early but you struggle, some advice is genuinely have something to look forward to when getting up in the morning. For some people that might look like working out. For me, it's more like, oh, I'll be making a nice breakfast that day and I'm excited to make it. I find that really helps. Fueling your body with good food. Your body is your temple. We only get one. I know this is a very cliche one, but making healthier choices. And absolute trigger warning, if you are triggered by food, just skip a little bit ahead. I know for me, eating sort of cleaner ingredients, like less processed food, always makes me feel so much better, not only mentally, but physically. I personally prefer to eat more intuitively, so getting that right balance, not feeling bad about going out and having pizza with friends. Meal prep, something I want to get better at. By making more time for cooking, I essentially save way more time, which sounds a bit weird. By picking like a day a week or an evening a week where you have some spare time, and if you do enjoy cooking, playing around with recipes, even if it's just preparing one meal like a breakfast, overnight oats are definitely my go-to. Preparing a batch of overnight oats takes me about 10 minutes, and then that's me sorted for breakfast for like 4 days, which is so good. Healthy cooking can take up time, and so in order to maybe eat a bit healthier, for me the way to do it is by just doing a wee bit of meal prep. I recently got these like really cute little glass containers with a bamboo lid. It motivated me to start meal prepping, and it doesn't have to be boring food. I find this also stops me from spiraling into eating out too much. And another perk to meal prepping is it saves you doing like little mini trips to the shop during the week, so it can be more cost efficient if you plan it out well. But yeah, give meal prepping a go even for a week and just see how you get on with it. Next healthy habit is definitely very important, and one I'm sure we all think of when we think of healthy habits. Having a healthy relationship with exercise in whatever capacity that looks like. Just moving your body in some way each day, for me, does wonderful things for my mental health and my physical health, obviously. And so what I mean by a healthy relationship, making sure you're exercising for the right reasons, moving your body to celebrate what it can do, exercise because you can, because you want to, not because you feel you need to. And I don't know about you, But after I've exercised, I always feel better. I always feel more accomplished. For me, I love to do it within my morning routines. There are ways to make exercise more enjoyable. I don't really like the gym. I need to stop making myself feel bad about that. Exercise each day can obviously look like just a walk, or going to the gym, or playing tennis with friends. Something I've actually been doing recently, taking gym classes, and it motivates me so much because I've booked that class. I need to show up at 7 a.m. or whenever it is, and then when I'm there, it's somebody telling me exactly what to do. And then of course there's also home workouts. You could get yourself a wee yoga mat, you could get some weights if you wanted to make it more interesting, resistance bands, and then you've got yourself a really good setup. More of a productivity tip, time blocking and good calendar management, I would say, is a healthy habit that I have been practicing for a while. Time blocking, that takes form in like to-do lists with each task, kind of setting a time. Like many people, I'm a procrastinator, and if I have all day to do a task, I will take all day. So time blocking really helps. And a really important part of that is it doesn't just stop with time blocking like productive tasks. It's also about really making sure that you make time for breaks and time for you. So I can be quite bad where if I have a really heavy work day, I will work through lunch and I just won't eat and I'll forget. It'll be like 4 p.m. I'll be like, why do I feel so shitty? I didn't have lunch. Set that time for you to eat, for you to take a break. And then when you come back to work, I am always more productive. And with that, set a time to be finished for the day. I really don't work past like 8 p.m. if I can avoid it. Because of YouTube and stuff, I'm usually in front of screens all day. Creating a time when I can be away from a screen. And something that relates to calendar management is having something coming up in your calendar that you are looking forward to. Whether it's a little holiday, getaway. After being in a lockdown, every day looked the same, and that was really tricky for a lot of people. I really enjoy making the most of having something to look forward to later on the month. Okay, we are at number 6. Such an important one, and I think if I've learned anything over COVID in the past 2 years, it's this. Stop glamorizing overworking and undersleeping and not taking time for yourself, just working non-stop. I've had days where that happens and then it leads to burnout and then I can't work for however long and it's just counterproductive. It doesn't work. We're human, we're meant to rest. Being able to say no, sometimes you just need an evening for you and it's completely okay to say no, to change plans, to reschedule, to rain check. With stop glamorizing overworking, that majorly ties into what we see online and comparing ourselves to others. Forget about, honestly, those unrealistic expectations. It hurts me so much when someone watches my 6 a.m. morning routine and they're like, this could never be me, blah, 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 blah. I hate that someone might watch that and come away feeling negatively. But those routines work for some people and not for everyone. Comparison is one of the most deadly things with social media. Only you know what's best for you. This was something I learned when I was in high school. And that is, it's so important to segregate in your home where you work and where you eat, where you relax, where you sleep, whatever. Basically keeping business and leisure separate. Over COVID and so many people working from home, they've really struggled with this. I've seen it happen to Will. He'll essentially like do work on the bed and then he has struggle sleeping at night. I have a rule with myself that I never eat at my desk. I just work at my desk. So if I'm gonna eat, it's downstairs. Number 8 is something that is very new to me, a habit I want to do more of. I always see YouTubers do this. It definitely motivates me to try to do this more, and that is practice gratitude. Whether it's journaling or just reflecting more, having those discussions with like whoever you live with, taking like 5 minutes just to do a tiny bit of journaling. Think about the top 3 things that you're grateful for. I feel that can go such a long way, and especially if you're starting your day with that, like as soon as you wake up, if you have a little journal by your bed, that's setting you off on the best foot for the day, right? Or if it's the last thing you do when you go to sleep. And if you are physically writing it down, then you always have that to look back on. Number 9, drink lots of water. I know, don't click off, don't click off. If you're gonna take anything from this video, this genuinely might be one of the best things you can do for yourself. Everyone says it for a reason. Water is the first thing I'll put in my body in the morning, and it should be yours too, even before coffee. And it'll be the last thing I have at night. I'm someone who loves to have either a massive off jar like this one that I just refill throughout the day, or like one of those water bottles that says like 9 a.m. Woo, keep going. Those work. Why is water so good for you? Hydrating yourself enough throughout the day actually really helps with fatigue. It's just the fact that it will give you more energy if you are hydrated. Also helps with things like your metabolism. It clears out toxins. Good for your skin. But water is your friend. And I think it helps with wrinkles as well. My last point is essentially to have a hobby or be up for trying new hobbies and be up for learning new things. Just getting in the habit of, even though, I don't know if you who is watching this is an adult, I assume, looking at my demographics, most of you are adults, right? It's because we're all grown up and we're all wise. Doesn't mean we can stop learning. That sounds so gross. Starting a new hobby can be really exciting. I was trying to get into tennis this summer, or in terms of like just developing your knowledge a bit more. I really like reading sort of more non-fiction motivational books that are based around topics I'm interested in, topics I want to learn more about. It's a really nice alternative to like looking at my phone. Or I absolutely love listening to different podcasts. When I started out with YouTube, it was a hobby and I loved listening to podcasts about like YouTube advice. And so yeah, that's how I developed this hobby to be what it is now. I think I've done enough talking for one video. I'm really out of practice with these sit down videos. I don't do them very often, so thank you for tuning in. Wellness is something I love talking about on this channel. Let me know if you guys do some of these habits. Let me know what healthy habits you do each day that I've not mentioned, that change your life, improve your life, all that. And I guess the main takeaway is that it's never too late to start. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sending you all my love as always. Stay safe, be kind. I'll see you in the next one.